Hello. You might be wondering what the heck's going on.
Yeah, what is going on?
I'm not. He's not. Let's get into it.
Yeah. We don't have a series name for this either, so we're gonna probably just name it at some point. I might rename it a few times. Who cares? Doesn't have an intro other than what you just saw. But if there is an intro in there, then welcome to this. So, I feel like I'm missing something though.
Okay, that one still works. I was noodling around with them yesterday. I couldn't find one that worked.
Yeah, I'm very happy this one works. Anyway, I don't. Yeah. So, Riley, we seem to be wearing Doctor Who costumes. You want to explain?
This is my everyday. This is my.
Well, if that's the case, this is my everyday too.
I wear this everywhere.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you do.
What are we doing today, Stephen? Why am I dressed like this?
We are doing basically like a Doctor Who discussion video. Like it's kind of like a video podcast, if you will, but without the microphones and everything like that. So we're just gonna talk to you. We'll talk to each other. Any thoughts that you may have, put them in the comments below. We're going to be pretty much covering anything Doctor Who, but we're mainly going to be diving into the recent era with Russell T Davies and the Disney stuff. So, let's start with Power of the Doctor and work our way to the Reality War. So, and we'll talk a little bit about like what happened, what is happening, what we think might happen, who knows. But it's like kind of like a TARDIS tidbit, as what Who Culture would say. But what do we think our theories are on all this? Like, what's next for Doctor Who? What, like, we'll talk Big Finish as well if it comes up. Like, we'll do whatever it takes. So, Power of the Doctor. I think you and I watched it for the first time. And
I think we watched all of it.
We watched all of it up to like that was the best episode like of Jodie's run.
He has a way better memory of all of it than I do.
So that was with Power of the Doctor. That was with like the Guardians of the Edge.
Okay, yeah.
With you know, David Bradley, Peter Davison made an appearance, Colin Baker made an appearance. Sylvester McCoy, Paul McGann. I screamed so loud when Paul McGann came on. I was like, yes, please have more Eighth Doctor, please. And then Fugitive Doctor was in it. And then Jodie Whittaker regenerated into David Tennant. At first, at the time, I was like, what? Why?
There was a foreshadow of it in Matt Smith's era.
When?
The Curator.
Oh, yeah. No,
So
I knew about that.
You'll revisit some old faces, but just the... I can't remember exactly what he said, but he's like, just the
favorites, I
Yeah.
think. Particular favorites. If we're going by, like, particular, like, episodes and lore like that,
just some
then
old
yes.
favorites, he said, yeah.
I thought... What do you think of the 14th Doctor in general?
I like David Tennant a lot. I feel like that was kind of a strange move, but I mean, it is what it is. If they foreshadowed it, they might as well.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't foreshadow David Tennant specifically.
No, but they foreshadowed that there would be familiar faces. And there were two.
Yeah. So I think, like, that was a necessary move because it was for the 60th, so that is justifiable. Justifiable?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. I wasn't sure if that was a word, but
yes,
in my brain, who knows? But thank you. But at first I didn't like it, but then I really liked David Tennant's 14th Doctor costume.
Well, he's never really going to do bad. I know that.
No, I don't doubt David Tennant at all. I think it was strange, like you were saying, but I don't know. There's ups and downs to it. However, like, we'll go by episode. The Star Beast was okay. That was with the meep and all that. That was okay. I liked the use of the sonic screwdriver. I do like 14's
And
Sonic. Donna came back, and then
And Donna remembered.
Donna remembered. She died briefly and then came back. Anyway, we still don't know who the boss is today. To this day, we don't know who the boss is. That question has not been answered. And then we go into Wild Blue Yonder, which I loved. I had high expectations of it though going in. There were so many leaks of or not even leaks, but there's fan theories of oh, you're gonna see Matt Smith. Oh, we're gonna go. It's just wishful thinking from their part, and so I gave into that, and I never will again. However, I did enjoy it as it was, and it was oh, okay, this is battling themselves. Yeah, okay, cool. Different version of Donna and version of the 14th Doctor, but they're monsters. That's cool.
They counted the grains of salt successfully. That was wild.
Yep, that was pretty wild. And then the giggle. I loved the giggle. I actually thought it was really, 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 really good. Really well done. Neil Patrick Harris does a good job as the toy maker. I'm not a fan of the Bi generation.
Yeah, well now they can do more with David Tennant if they choose.
That is
true. They kind of just were okay, see ya.
Yeah. I'm
oh.
What? Do you have a theory?
I don't know if it's just, I mean, maybe it's something they could do, but...
Yeah, speak out. This is what this video is for, man.
Well, they made David Tennant 14, dropped him, and then as we know what happened with Shooty, that's now Rose and 10.
Basically.
Again. So, how's that gonna go?
They shouldn't have done that. They really... We'll get to it more later, but brief reaction, they shouldn't have done that. I did not like that ending at all.
Shouldn't have did that.
And I liked Shooty's Doctor. As we're going into... I liked 14. Kind of like what they did with him, to make him retire and stuff like that, and kind of trauma dump every day.
I don't think anyone has
Donna and his
no one has
family.
More iterations of themselves as David Tennant's Doctor.
Literally, if you look at Matt, Peter, and Jodie, exactly, it's Matt Smith is the one that's known as regenerated from David Tennant. Peter Capaldi, which I'm wearing, was featured in a David Tennant episode, and then Jodie was the one going into David Tennant.
Mm-hmm. He's also got a parallel universe self.
Yeah.
Technically, his hand could have been made into another one, I guess. Or no, his hand was made into the parallel universe.
Yeah, into the Metacrisis. But yeah, no,
wasn't he also branched off in a Big Finish episode where he was
14?
No.
Oh, a Metacrisis. I don't know. They did a Rose Tyler spin-off on Big Finish called Dimension Canon. Have not listened to it yet. I know there's so much. Big Finish has a big catalog. And I think that was pretty well done. That's well moved. If the BBC doesn't actually do it on the show, Big Finish will. Mm. So that's what I believe anyway.
Well, they have countless fan episodes too.
Oh yeah.
You made one.
I did. Yeah, it's what's it? Lock the Door. I almost forgot the name of it.
Yeah.
And it was about the Vashta Nerada, 10 and Rose. It was a 10 and Rose story actually. How convenient.
Interesting.
That was really poor imitation of David Tennant. But you know what? I tried, and if I were to choose to redo it, I would. And get a way better David Tennant voice in there, I probably would. But yeah, let's go right into 15's era, because we never really dove into it before. I kind of stopped with the reaction videos after the giggle. Or after Church on Ruby Road, I guess. That was the last one. And then did reaction pictures on Instagram based on my looks, and all that.
I remember those.
Those were funny. And I remember when Space Babies came on, it's like Church on Ruby Road, right? And that was actually a really well introduced episode. But when Space Babies came on, it's like they did an unnecessary introduction again. It's like kind of like another jumping on point, and I'm sorry, what? And CGI babies?
I mean, I kind of forgave it because I'm so used to it just jumping from polar opposite to making no sense after the first one because it's all episodical anyway.
Yeah, and they created like 2 introduction, but it's the same thing. It's like they could have just started with Church on Ruby Road and went straight to Devil's Cord. You know what I'm saying? Could have saved some money there. I thought Space Babies was going to be a lot scarier, but then they included the boogeyman to be an actual boogeyman. Or bogeyman, I guess.
With a title like Space Babies, I don't know how you figured it would be terrifying.
I thought it would be more scarier than that. I don't know. I just
very
got,
intelligent baby.
just based on those like teasers that were on, it really came across as something like maybe horror genre. Like I thought they were gonna go down that route, but no, they went down a CGI baby.
They don't typically do horror things too often, anyways.
Yeah, they should. They should. Cool. They should bring that back because Blink and like all those, they were success. The Devil's Cord I liked. That was a very interesting like fact that they that the doctor had to like save the Beatles. I got a dog. He's called Fred. I don't think I listened to that over and over, but it was like kind of goofy. It's like songs with no feeling. You know what I mean? It's like literal. I got a dog, he's called Fred, no feelings in this song.
Classic Beatles.
Yeah, I know. Oh.
You remember that song? Yeah.
Yeah, everyone does.
Yeah.
I got a dog, yeah. That was a good one. I think there were more. And Cilla Black and her song. I can't remember what that was, but it was poo garbage too. And I think it was meant to be poo garbage. Really enjoyed Devil's Cord though. I really liked, what was the next one? Was it Boom? Yeah, it was Boom. The bomb one, when he was on the plate the entire time.
Yeah.
And he wanted it. That was intense. Like that was probably one of my favorites. One of my favorite episodes of the first season. I'm sorry, I never even gave a chance to you to talk.
Oh, no, you're okay. It's honestly refreshing my memory, because I'm like, I watched all of it too, but my memory sucks. So I'm
fair.
like, oh yeah, no, Amanda.
Yeah. But just add, and feel free to whatever. Then 73 Yards was actually really interesting.
That one was interesting.
A Ruby-centered episode. I rewatched it, I think, a few weeks ago now, and like rewatching it again, I'm like, okay, I think I can put a headcanon into what happened to her at the end.
The mystery was kind of lost on me every time you just see the person like walk up to this guy or this lady that was like 73 yards away, and then they'd just be like, and then they just turn and run. I'm like, oh,
as if Ruby was like the most scary person on Earth, basically. But I mean, I didn't get that, and that could be something, but, it's just, yeah. I don't know how I feel about that, honestly. But, I still liked it. It was thrilling. It was a thriller episode.
Nope. Okay. I can't remember. Did they ever say what was being said?
Yeah, Russell T just kind of like shoved it under a rug.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He does that a lot. And then Dot and Bubble. That was the one where Lindy, I think her name was, Miss Blonde hair. Everyone had blonde hair.
They're all in the bubble, and then there's monsters around them that they don't see because they're Wall-E people.
And they're all on their devices.
Yeah.
I see how they could make an episode like that. And that's, be careful. Be aware of your surroundings. That's a safety warning, by the way. An actual one.
They couldn't even walk with the bubble off.
Yeah. Be socially aware, people. I've ran into actual people who, like, could not see where they were going because they were on their phone.
Yeah, you gotta watch out, because bus win.
Yeah. Or even just, like, I'd be like, that's the only time when it's, like, kind of annoying. I mean, I wait until I'm, like, in a safe place, or when I'm, you know, just waiting, you know, sitting down and waiting. Not, like, walking and, like, you know, unless it's a GPS where I can look.
I may or may not have walked into a pole in high school because of that.
Oof.
Luckily, everyone saw, so...
Oh.
Be mindful. Be aware.
Yep. Socially be aware, people. Like, that's a thing. You have to have that. Doesn't matter how old you are, you have to have that. Anyway, disclaimer over. But where was I? Episode 6.
Dot Bubble.
No, it wasn't Dot and Bubble. What was it?
Oh, after Dot and Bubble.
After Dot and Bubble. Oh, Rogue. That was the one where they're like these aliens were disguised as Victorian people. Mm-hmm. Kind of based on the Bridgerton show.
Yeah.
And Ruby almost died twice. Once or twice.
Standard.
Yeah.
Standard Rupert.
That wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad of an episode. Any thoughts on that?
I honestly didn't really stand out to me as anything special.
Same thing. Yeah, like I felt kind of the same on that.
I feel like every era's had that though, where they feel like filler episodes.
Yeah, it definitely felt like a filler. Legend of Ruby Sunday. I loved Legend of Ruby Sunday. And then the whole reveal of Sutek at the end. Here's a clip of me actually being shocked by the reveal.
Sutek! Oh my god! Sutek! Oh my god!
Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that clip. But yeah, that's how I felt. And I remember watching it a week before I had to perform my play. It was like literally a week before my last performance.
Well, I remember
I did at the time.
The Toymaker said, I play a game with anybody except for the one who waits, and I thought of Rory. I'm like, why?
I actually thought of Amy, because she's the one who waited too.
I was like...
But Rory did wait.
I was like, well, what does he have to do with that? I was like, from what I remember, he was actually pretty dumb. Like, you could probably win in a game.
Oh my!
Sum up with him though, I guess. I don't know.
Just have like,
does he cheat?
Rory and Dan. You know, just have both of them as like accidental.
See, I wouldn't play against Dan if the prize was soup.
Yeah, like accidental villains. Like they're just fighting for the wrong reason, but it's like, that would be really funny if it was just like a dream or like a made up episode where, you know, it's, you know what I mean? Like something goofy. I think it would be just or a spoof or something like that.
Pick your battles. The prize can't be soup or a large box containing a woman.
Oops. And then Empire of Death happened.
Yep.
Everyone seemed to not like that one very much.
Was that the one where they were shooting the lasers out of the building and the building was a battleship?
No, that's Reality War.
Oh yeah, that one made me laugh.
But I think like,
or was that the one with Conrad?
That's next season. We're in order, going in order here.
Oh.
But Empire of Death, not very many people seem to like. And I remember watching Empire of Death. I came into, where was it? The venue of where my play was being headed, and I was the first one there because I wanted to watch the episode. So I watched it on my computer before my speaker went. And for those who don't know, I have muffled speakers on my laptop, on my MacBook.
They're not muffled, they're exploded.
Yeah.
There's char marks where speakers used to be.
Yeah, and so I remember watching it. Or no, I think I had headphones. Maybe I had headphones.
Hopefully you had headphones. That's a 1-for-1 mock-up of what his speakers sound like.
That is true, yeah. And I remember like watching it and reacting, and then like as it was ending, I remember like everyone was slowly starting to come in, right? And everyone's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm watching the season finale of Doctor Who." And like I was in the dressing room, the male dressing room, and I just remember like Cam and Tristan, like everyone was asking about like what I was watching, and some other people just started watching it too.
Oh, there you go.
So it's like, oh, okay. I mean, I can't really share the sound with you because it's muffled, but yeah, you know. And I just started watching it, and then immediately went into my play, right? And so I started learning lines and stuff like that. But yeah, that was season 1. Season 2, Joy to the World. We'll start there. What was her name? Joy. Right. How could I forget? Remember he stayed at the Time Hotel, and Anita was her name. She had feelings for the Doctor, but the Doctor did not reciprocate, as he or she normally would.
It's true.
Because the Doctor can't love a simple human being. I mean, he can, but not in the way of like romantic, because it never works, and the companion always dies. So that's why it's hard for a Time Lord to love a human. But anyway, unless it's like a temporary
a human.
That's true. That is very true. That has happened twice, 3 times maybe. One of those, I don't know. I'm starting to sound like Matt Smith. I don't know. I'm the Doctor. Bow ties are cool.
They are though.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, and then we're right into the robot revolution with good old
Belinda Chandra.
Belinda Chandra, yes. Well, she was good. I liked her. She was a good actor. She's a great performer.
I can't remember the guy's name. The one that actually like made everything happen. It was just like this guy she was seeing.
The incel guy, whatever his name is. They called him an incel anyway in the episode. That's not my personal offense. I can't remember his name, honestly. I think he's just one of those characters that just kind of like...
He had a name, I don't remember.
He had a name. He's not very memorable. But that's okay. And then the ending I got so weirded out by. They literally regressed him into some sort of pile of... not appropriate for this video. Anyway, we'll just say poo garbage for now. Yeah, Lux. Actually, I enjoyed that episode a lot. That one,
I do enjoy when they can put animation into live action.
Yeah, I
like
agree.
Really
that
cool.
was really interesting. Found it kind of creepy when he made this face. When he was like gaining all the regeneration energy at the end, and he's like...
They're like, just give him the sun. Feed him the sun.
And then he like evaporated into like the galaxy. I was like, huh.
As one does.
Okay.
That's what I do if I go out into the sun for too long.
That's something. Oh, yeah. I mean, we all leave that. Sure.
Yeah. Sympathize.
Sure. For sure. And then there was The Well. I loved that episode. That's my favorite out of Ncuti's era. That one was phenomenal. It's kind of like that sequel to Midnight, the unnecessary sequel to Midnight. I liked the whole like reconnection, but why make it a sequel? You could have just like done something a little bit different with it, but hey, I get it. That's fine. I still enjoyed it.
Cool enough, honestly.
Like I remember being so hooked and being on the edge. I enjoyed what's her name? Alice. The character's name is Alice, but the actress who plays her is really talented. I was really hooked. I felt so bad for her too. And I remember like being like, oh, I would always sympathize with her, and she's like, I just want to see my kid. And she's like deaf and right, and I was like, you poor thing. I felt so bad.
They're all fighting a ghost, basically.
Basically, yeah. A thing that just moves like 1 mile a minute. Well,
that's
maybe not that slow.
Actually, very...
maybe not the opposite end of the spectrum.
That's very slow.
Sorry, like 1 million light speed of light.
A million light years in a million years.
Sure. Yeah.
But actually, still pretty fast. Is that fast? I don't know. I'm so bad at this.
Same.
A mile, 20 miles a minute.
And then
just a guy walking.
Hey, actually, it was.
He's like
technically. It's just a sloth of a character. But like that would be. It was actually a behind the scenes guy, but they just kind of like I think he was in like a morph suit, like a black morph suit, and he like.
Yeah, those are always funny.
But it was movement that you couldn't tell. You couldn't tell what it was, and so it's like, but that is what it was. It was just a guy in a morph suit, and I'm like, okay. I just find it kind of goofy, but I still enjoyed the episode.
Morphing around at the speed of sound.
Little Sonic Adventure 2. Rolling around at the speed of sound. I remember seeing that at my birthday party once. A year ago. Yeah, a year and a half ago.
Sanic.
Yeah. Then there's Lucky Day. That's the one with Conrad in it.
Mm-hmm.
I have nothing much to say about that episode except the twist at the end. The guy who played Conrad was very convincing, and then switch.
I could kind of see it coming, actually.
Really?
Surprisingly, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like he did really well, but I'm like, nah, ain't no way they're just gonna bring this guy in and make him as big as he is in an episode. Because like that's usually grounds to build someone up to be a traitor of some kind.
Yeah. That's fair. Yeah.
So you gotta when you bring in a character, if you put too much development into them right away, unless it's like the first character you introduce, it's usually not a good sign.
Right, that's fair. Yes, I agree. I also, what else did I enjoy about that episode? I was going to say something that I forgot. Never mind, I'll come back to it. Maybe. And then there was it the Story in the Engine? The haircut one.
Yeah,
that one was brilliant.
That one was really well done.
That one was really, really well done. I would like to bring that writer back, please. Excuse me.
Oh, see, he's choking up. He loves it.
Yeah. No, like, honestly, I really enjoyed it. Like, there was a little bit of lore attached, like a little bit of backstory. They released a little prequel that you could read online about, I think his name is Omo. And, like, Omo and the Doctor's relationship a little bit. You can kind of, like, see his first appearance, and then Omo obviously was grown up in the episode itself, and so, like, I thought that was kind of cool, the way they weaved that in there. Definitely hire him as a author more, please. Do more screenplays, dude. That was phenomenal.
It was very well written.
And then you have the Interstellar Song Contest.
Yes. I liked that one.
Is that the reason you like it?
How could that not be the reason you liked it? Just like the overdrive.
Yeah. That got in my head so fast, it was ridiculous. I enjoyed it at the time, but now that song is bloody annoying. Oh my gosh.
Never.
Like I
never.
I drifted far away from it. But I really liked the whole Susan dynamic.
Yeah, actually,
like,
that was really cool.
Seeing Susan in it was really cool and really promising. More on that later. And then we got Wish World. Oh no. Before we move on to Wish World, the Ronnie bi-generated at the end of that episode. Otherwise, everything else was not very memorable. Oh yeah, and I remember the Doctor was kicking some guy's butt while he was down. And I was like, that was one of the darkest moments of the 15th Doctor. I'm like, but why? Poor guy, jeez.
Why not?
I mean, like, you know, it's cool to see like characters kind of not be themselves in some way, you know, and like that. David Tennant does that really well too. And then there's Wish World. That one was strange. I liked it. It seemed very promising. The two Ronnies were like, it was all in this made-up world, and everyone was brainwashed to believe that it was like 1950s kind of, you know, like style. What else could I remember about that episode? The Seventh Son of the Seventh Son. That's kind of cool. A cool way to bring a god-like creature into the story.
I also kind of don't really remember much from that one.
Yeah, honestly, that's probably the least memorable for me, but I remember and kind of enjoying it. Like, I was like, oh yeah, this is kind of cool. And then, now we're here to talk about the big finale of Season 2, the Reality War. Okay, you can now bring up the shooting of the lasers.
I made a TikTok about this.
Doctor Who is absolutely wild because it's filled with tons of pinnacle, beautiful moments. And then there are times like this. It's like, turn the building east, shoot the bones.
I was watching it, and I was like, shoot the bones, turn the building west, steer the building.
I was so... Oh my god.
Shoot the bones. Yeah, that was a lot to absorb.
Yeah, it was.
Like, I understand it's sci-fi, so you can do whatever you want.
Exactly. Yeah, like, I enjoyed the first act of that.
I want to know why turn the building when you could, for a much cheaper price tag, put the guns on a turret instead of putting the building on a pivot
We're just
point.
in one place.
Yeah, they just solid state built the guns, and they're like, you know what? We'll just put a gyro on. It's like they built the roof of the building first,
Yeah.
and then the rest of it after. Like, you guys could have just put the guns on turrets. Like, you didn't have to mess with that.
Yeah.
Just better vantage point for bone shooting. Like, is this a particular niche you had set up?
Yeah.
That was wild to me.
I thought that was pretty wild too. I was like, oh, if I could spit it out into vocalizations. I enjoyed the first act until Omega showed up. What a letdown. I enjoyed Sutekh coming back. Like, I thought that was pretty cool. And I sort of expected, you know, him to be like lost in the time vortex. But they made Omega unnecessarily a god. Number one, he was human-like, and they made him a boned-like creature that CGI monster, right?
Building bullets.
That was the first thing that turned me off of the episode. And I was like, okay. Because I watch Classic Who, I know who Omega is, and I know who Sutekh is. I don't think you've watched either episodes yet, haven't you?
No, you showed me Sutekh. I didn't see Omega, though.
I mean, even in his original costume, it looked really cool. Same with Omega. Like, they had very cool, unique costumes, as you can see on the screen. Sutekh's... I have a comic with the 10th Doctor in it, and it has Sutekh's son in it, and they're all Anubis figures. So I thought that was really interesting. And I have a 4th Doctor Sutekh audio drama. I also have a Omega one as well. And both of them were really well done. Like, Peter Davison, John Pertwee, and Patrick Troughton and William Hartnell dealt with Omega mainly until Ncuti, and then 4th Doctor was only handled Sutekh. But that was really a letdown for me. I enjoyed Omega as the character as he was.
I had no baseline to go off of, but even without that, why that way? Less so, I thought the bone creature was kind of neat because I had no previous notion. However, just what?
Yeah, that was one thing that turned me off. A moment I did like, though, was when Anita was looking for the doctor. We have a very pregnant Anita looking for... Or, no, she wasn't pregnant, I don't think, in that particular scene. But she was when she reunited with the doctor, I think. But when she was looking for the doctor, you could see, like, moments of his history, right? So you saw, like, a little bit of Matt Smith, a little bit of John Pertwee, a little bit of Patrick Troughton, I think. So it's, like, kind of like a little bit of everything. And this season was very nostalgic pushed. Like, it kind of relied on its own nostalgia, in a way. And...
Well, it's good if you can rely on that. I think that's a good device to hang off of if you can.
Like, but use it sparingly.
Well, especially with the way the
Like,
dynamic has worked, just how people have evolved over the years.
That's
Except
true,
with
yeah.
like the way acceptance works, this and that. Like there are certain things that you leave behind in the past because they no longer suit today.
Yeah.
But some aspects are fine because I don't think they ever really disparaged.
Some are fine, and I'm not knocking it at all. But basically, like, you can't do it too much. It's like new viewers. If I was a new viewer, I would not understand who the heck those people are as a first-time watcher of that episode. Like, I'd be like, who is that? There needs to be a bigger lead up to that, like, or like a casual mention or whatever, like, and then you'll have viewers do their homework and be like, oh, who's Omega? And then, but they only had, like, not even a full episode to, like, lead up to that. So it's like, what's the point? And then came the reshoots. So after the 15th Doctor said goodbye to everybody at the unit tower, it was after he moved reality like a fraction of a second or something. So they were all reshoots. His regeneration was a reshoot.
Huh.
And I stand on that firmly because they suddenly made Belinda a mother. Because that wasn't leading up to that. They just made her a mother. I have to get home. It's 7:30. Oh yeah, now I have a kid.
Normal.
I agree with every Whovian that said that, by the way. Doesn't matter which perspective you have of that. And then we lead to the real deal. Such a cash grab. Why Billie Piper, of all people? I have nothing against her as an actress or a performer. I think she's great. But why her face? Why her specifically? He literally hired her to be in that cameo. And that's all she had ever time for. She's like, I only have time for a cameo. Bye. See you later. And I heard, through the grapevine, that they're retconning it.
Oh, God.
Yep. They're going to shove it under the rug and be like, what do you mean, Billie Piper?
It's like what they did with Deadpool in what was it, X-Men Origins? Wolverine?
Oh, yeah. They did that too.
And then in the second Deadpool movie, they went back to that time.
Yeah, but that was like more obvious retcon, where it's kind of a joke, but kind of isn't. The Rose Tyler thing, like, if that were to happen, what do you think your possibility of what are your theories?
If they retcon it?
No, if
they don't. Because if they retcon it, they're just gaslighting everyone. They're like, it didn't happen.
That is true. They are gaslighting. And that would be bad. The relationship between Whovians and the show, that would be very bad.
And again, it could also work out in favor because he did shift the timeline slightly.
Yeah.
So they could work it that way too.
What do you think? Like, who who is that? Who is Billie Piper, or who is Billie Piper going to be? I guess is my question to you.
Oh well,
Who do you think? Like, there's the doctor, there's the bad wolf, Rose Tyler herself. I think those were the only three that people came up with.
Well, I mean, it would have to be Rose Tyler, I reckon, because the way her last line in that whole thing was hello, like she recognized everyone.
And I heard the producers did say something about Rose Tyler.
Because even David Tennant, when he came back, was still, like, he recognized his face, but didn't fully understand why.
Yeah.
Right? Billie Piper was straight up like, I remember this. I remember all of this. And, like, she didn't say that outwardly, but you could tell by her expression she was, like, almost relieved to be back.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. No, like, I enjoyed the first half of that regeneration. Like, I thought it was way too soon for Ncuti's doctor to leave. Like, did you feel that?
Yeah, his was well done, for sure.
That was a good performance on his end, and the regeneration effects and everything. Like, everything leading up to the Billie Piper thing was, like, really cool.
Because wasn't she wearing different clothes, too, after the regeneration? That's typically...
There was no after. It just went, oh, hello, and then it cut to credits.
Oh, it didn't show the clothes?
No,
Okay.
It's literally Billie Piper's head on Ncuti's face.
Oh, weird.
And I was like, oh.
Interesting.
So maybe have her as a hidden incarnation? Or either Rose just had to step into the doctor suddenly?
Well, either that or by generation doesn't lead to a full scale life. Right?
Maybe.
Like Ncuti got what could have been like, I get a regeneration, and now we leave this part of the story here, and then it goes back to David Tennant, or he's regenerated already, or whatever.
That's true, yeah.
But they really just don't have plans. They're just
Yeah.
like, yeah, well, just leave it here.
Yeah.
We'll leave it the biggest mess we could possibly ever.
Yeah. I did hear from Who Culture and Confused Adipose that they were shoving that under a rug. The whole Billie Piper thing. I don't know if it's true or not.
Why even
But
bother then?
You see my point. Cash grab. They just literally... Because Russell T in mind, he was thinking, oh, this is going to be the next Marvel. Oh, this is going to be the next... Right? And, like, Doctor Who can't copy other shows.
No, but doing the formula isn't really copying. Like, it's not like you're
No,
following
I get
one
that.
for one, right? Like,
Yeah.
You can still make something like that and bring people back, but there's got to be a reason. Like, I don't think they would do that unfounded.
Mm-hmm. But I do think, like, he had that in mind, where he thought it was going to be just as successful as his first era, but everyone's literally crapping on it now.
Yeah, well, everyone
So it's
also, they thought he was one of the best to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't feel like he would be the type to cash grab something.
Well, who knows? That might be a Disney thing, though.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
Because it's Disney connected, so...
Yeah, you know what? That makes a lot of sense then.
Yeah, now you see my point. Welcome aboard.
Yeah, I forget every time that the newer eras, that part of the newer eras is Disney.
Literally luring Whovians who watched it for like 40 years onwards, rather than new people. Because it's like... That's it. It's basically season 41, not seasons 1 and 2. Now, what do you think? It's out to tender right now. So, do you agree that we need kind of a fresh start? Not like a whole point where we have to start all the way back to Doctor Number 1. I think that's stupid.
No, I think...
But start fresh at Doctor Number 16, I think, and go from there.
I don't think they're going to do that. I think they can't just abandon by generation now that it's so new.
That's true.
They're gonna have to go back to David Tennant or what his next incarnation is. I don't see why they would do a full reboot unless they can shift perspective and keep the story going and kind of ease people into what happened.
Yeah.
Or they could easily I don't know, because they also did that like fourth wall break where they were talking about like how Doctor Who is a show and we're fans of yours. Remember, like when they did that?
I remember that too. Yeah,
and
the Lux
they
one.
could just do that and be like, oh, it's just people watching Doctor Who, and
exactly, yeah.
and then it's just the next episode is just people watching this, like Billy Piper's the next Doctor, but not canonically. You know what I mean? In the Doctor Who world, the fans of Doctor Who are watching a Billy Piper Doctor Who.
It's meta,
but in the actual show, they're not. They're just the fans, and then the actual stuff going on in their world, where Doctor Who is real, is something totally different. So they could also run it that way. Cause I think that'd be kind of a cop out, but I think it'd be probably likely.
But as every Whovian has said before, we need a fresh writer, a fresh showrunner, and a fresh Doctor.
Probably for the best.
Like,
if they're really
start from scratch in regards to like plot devices, you know.
If there's one thing I know about Disney, they're horrible with sequels. So
yeah, well, they're not with Disney anymore.
Oh, good. Okay.
Thank heavens, they're with HBO. No, the old ones are with HBO.
I was like, that's insane. I'm like, they can swear now. They can shoot people.
I don't know about I think BBC's still hanging on to it for now, like BBC Studios. But I don't know if, and that would be better too, because I think the Matt Smith and Peter Capaldi era were still, and even Jodie Whittaker's were just kind of like BBC kind of held on to that. Where they were taking care of it, and then Bad Wolf Studios took over after that point. And then now they're out. And I'm like,
Well, then who knows? If they're out of studio, they're probably going to have to do something totally different because it's going to be fresh people.
Yeah.
So they might not know what to do with it after that.
Yep, for sure. They may even Big Finish all that as well. Big Finish might do stuff like that.
That's honestly, that's what they do with all their swept under the rug stuff.
They're like, hey, it's under the rug, but it's noticeably under the rug.
Yeah,
that's Big Finish is so funny that way.
Shove it over to Big Finish. They'll figure it out.
And then there's like happy music. Just
crazy talk.
Just like, I don't know who the leader of Big Finish is. I think it's Nicholas. What's his last name? Briggs. And he's going, we'll do it.
No worries.
No, we got you covered.
We'll clean up your mess again.
Yeah. Yeah, they're just the ones going, you're like mopping the floor and stuff. And then the showrunner's like, okay, here you go. Blah, blah, blah. Here's this. Bye. And then,
okay.
Why? I think we got to get you into some classic Who, I guess, at some point here.
We're getting to that point now.
Because we don't have a Christmas special, because that's canceled and gone. But I did upload a classic Who, or not a classic Who, a Christmas special theory of what it would have been. I thought like they would find the 16th Doctor amongst like, because the future incarnation split into like 5 or 6 different people.
Oh, okay.
So they don't know, they lost their memories of that, and the 14th Doctor had to like kind of figure it out.
So kind of like the chameleon thing.
Chameleon arc, but it's like they split into 6 people. So it's like a divider of. It's like a bi-generated chameleon arc.
Okay.
Basically. But into like 6 times, and you don't know who the real Doctor is, and they're all just frantic and scared, and because that's how I wrote them, and they were just like, they have no idea who they are, and they're panicking, and then like they would rejoin again at the end of the episode, and the real 16th Doctor would show his or her face.
Oh, okay.
That's kind of how I put it.
That could be interesting.
So, like, that would be really neat. It's like a little, like, scavenger hunt, like, who's the Doctor? I think that would be really interesting if they brought that back. I would start with that. You're more than welcome to steal that idea, BBC. Steal that idea. I don't care. But just give me credit for once.
Do something.
Do something. Just give me just a little credit. Just like a little tiny font. Steve Davis. That's all you need to do. This tiny font, Concept by Steve Davis. I want to mention really quickly before we wrap up, that would be really cool if the Doctor regenerated all the way down to his first incarnation.
Oh, Benjamin Button could explain. I mean, well, it could be another explanation as to why the Doctor has an infinite lifespan, and they already touched on that.
So it's like starting again, almost.
Yeah, well, they've already touched on why, but they could also do another thing that could be a backup or whatever.
That would be a good way to go back, Division era, like Fugitive Doctor kind of.
Well, it would make sense
thing too. I would watch the heck out of that. There was like someone who represented William Hartnell, right? I think David Bradley's getting a bit old for that. But like someone who can actually play the part really well, and just kind of, and have another Susan, or even have Carol Ann Ford if she's still able to. And that's another thing I was pissed off by the way, of the reality war. It led up with no explanation. There's nothing about Carol Ann Ford, and they filmed all that too. Carol Ann Ford said it herself. Again, they're sweeping it under the rug. Because they had an alternate ending with Susan standing with Poppy, and just like a cinematic like reveal of her just being like,
well, sweeping under the rug or saving.
Who knows?
Because Carol Ann Ford's also not a young lady anymore.
No, I think whoever this next showrunner is needs to include Susan, and needs to start fresh. And hey, call it season 42. I don't care. Call it season or series 16. I don't care. Or like, don't do the season 1 thing again. Or do, but just like make the 2 seasons of Shooty series 14 and 15. Because now it's getting way too confusing. There's like 3 season 1s. Like, how would you explain that to a non-Whovian? Be like, yeah, there's 3 season 1s. Make that make sense. I don't know.
Classic reboot.
Yeah. But, we'll get you onto some William Hartnell, Patrick Troughton, John Pertwee, Tom Baker, Peter Davison, Colin Baker, and Sylvester McCoy.
Beauty.
And maybe a little bit of Paul McGann, little Big Finish stuff.
I do remember some of it.
Yeah, you listened to Solitaire, actually, was one of them.
Okay. We'll see for next time.
That's right. I don't know when the next Doctor Who cover video I don't know when that's going to be, but I hope the next box set for the Blu-ray series is either season 11 or season 16, because neither of those have been announced yet. And I'm all up to date now. I just got season 21 like 3 weeks ago, I think, somewhere around there, and it was awesome. It was awesome. Like, Caves of Androzani was probably one of the best episodes. Best 5th Doctor one for sure. Alright guys, well, we'll leave you here. This has been Steve and Riley. Again, we don't know what this series is about. Or we do, but we don't know what it's going to be. Yeah, like, who knows? It could be an episodical thing. It could just be something random. I don't know. Either way, thank you for watching. And let us know what you think in the comments below. Comment anything. I know they're doing another, like, multimedia thing, too, with the Fugitive Doctor as well. Like, Circuit Breaker. Which they did it twice. Doomsday and Time Lord Victorious was also involved. But anyway, had to include that in there as well. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video.
See you next time.
Bye-bye. I don't know. It might be a year from now. I don't know.